What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more punk rock. We're going to get to something Paulie sent me a few months back, in which, I've been getting through the AFI release in time for Halloween, and I've been going through the Social Distortion opening record. Very fond of that, so shout out to Paulie for all of this. But we're going to start listening to The Implants, a California punk rock group. On Discogs, they're listed as melodic punk rock, melodic hardcore. I do like the Golden Age, but they've nixed the G, so it's the Olden Age. We have an oldie-timey pinup girl here, so I enjoy the aesthetic. I like the back as well, the 50s style alien abduction, although they're ignoring the cow, which I'm very amused by. So yeah, the first tune is Desperation. It's a state of mind and a situation in which you're limited in terms of time and or options, and therefore you're willing to accept conditions or situations which you normally would reject or at least negotiate for better terms. So it's someone who is in need of something fast and is willing to compromise their normal standards. So yeah, it's not a good place to be desperate, so let's find out what the Desperation is about. This is The Implants from the 2016 album The Olden Age, and the track is called Desperation.
Trying to figure out how to swallow sugar-coated milk.
What's the next song? It just bleeds right into it. I like the way that starts. Yeah, so I was really trying to follow the lyrics, but the first thing I have to comment on is the drumming. Like, they were crazy, like, double bass, like, just crazy drum rolls, and just the intensity of it the whole time. It's one of those things where you, like, listen to drummers of, like, really fast punk bands or metal bands, and it's like, dude, like, how are your arms still alive after like 1 or 2 years of being in a group and touring and playing songs, you know, almost nightly like that? Like, I don't know, you know, there's no gym workout that could possibly rip your arms more than that. But yeah, really cool drumming, really cool guitar work in a couple of the sections, including like subtle guitar work. There's a, you know, one of the verses, I think there was like this really high kind of subtle guitar line that wasn't, you know, wasn't taking over the tune. But it was good accompaniment. And yeah, ultimately, I don't know, what I did catch, it sounds encouraging, you know, like, don't surrender. It feels like maybe it's a, you know, a message to someone to, you know, keep at it and to not let their desperation lead to them, you know, succumbing. So I'm not sure, like, I'll look it up in a moment, because I guess, you know, that's, I suppose, what happens in punk rock reactions now. But either way, I do very much enjoy their sound, and they have like a, I don't know, the closest analog, like there was a part like early on where I was thinking they reminded me of Rise Against a little bit, like the early kind of Rise Against. I haven't listened to them for a while, but like, you know, early 2000 or like very late 90s to like maybe 2010, 2008, like the first decade of Rise Against. It kind of reminded me of one of their tunes, but a very different voice, obviously. But yeah, a cool opener, and I'm curious to hear or to see what that was all about. So give me one moment. And I don't, the reason I like grabbed the, look at this glorious thing here. Well, apologies, presumably, wait, is this, okay. I'm trying to figure out like if it's like a newspaper article, but they're showing Desperation set to be band's first song on new EP. So it's just an article. Oh wait, no. Is it the lyrics? Yeah, I think it is the lyrics. Alright. So, it's cheeky the way they did this. Because are all the songs on here? I guess it's only an EP, huh? Yeah, so there are only 5 songs. So yeah, I guess it's the lyrics. Cheeky little bastards. So Desperation goes like this. They say that nothing good comes easy, fighting tooth and nail. I did hear that. Trying to figure out. God, why does everyone write things so small font, man? I swear I've had 20/20 vision my whole life. I've never had a problem reading. It's just everything is so damn small. Trying to figure out how to swallow sugar-coated myths about what life is. I'm with you there. Telling me why my life is nothing but a lie. You've just been deceived, and that's, you know, that is a good point, right? Like, it's not just that, like, oh, here's this set of things which you're expected to believe and, you know, might be inherited from your family or, you know, the social and cultural tradition you're a part of. But sometimes that means, like, you know, whether more implicitly or explicitly, saying, like, other ways of seeing things, other ways of doing things, not good, right? And so then, like, if someone's sort of going a different direction, and then, like, the main paradigm is like, oh, well, that means your whole life is a lie. And it's like, you know, but then you could see it the other way, where it's like if someone's in that situation and then suddenly they look outside and like, oh, there's other ways of seeing things and doing things. This is, like, the idea that this is the only way, like, well, that's just a lie. So I feel like that could go either way. But you've been deceived, and now you're shrouded in gray skies. Don't surrender or lie down. I did hear that part too. They'll do most anything to knock you off your feet. So stay strong and hold your ground. If you tear down the wall, don't you give them control, because they'll never stop once they've started down that road. I did hear that as well. You can't hit them, or you can't let them change your mind. You fought them off 1,000 times, and in their voice you'll hear frustration, the sound of desperation. So they're the ones that get desperate and frustrated because you won't conform to their pre-existing roadmap to how to be, how to think, and how to live, and that's all laid out for you. And then if you don't go that way, it's like, wait, no, you're supposed to do that. Like, you can't do this other thing. We don't allow that. The demons in your head are getting stronger. The chains are getting longer, getting harder to believe. Believe that something's better out there waiting. God. And it's like part of this is like darker because it's like a stained old newspaper look. Better out there waiting. Just know it. Please God, won't you show it? Won't show what's there for me? ? You've been deceived, and now you're shrouded in gray skies. Don't surrender. So that's the chorus. Although do miss anything to knock you off your feet, we can rise above it all. If you tear down this wall, don't you, or maybe that's the chorus, give them control because they'll never stop going down this road. I've been around a block or two, I'll show you all that I can do. I'm trying to change this situation. Their voice screams desperation. You're going to rise above, don't let them hold you down. Everything will change because nothing stays the same. We're going to rise above, don't let them push you down. Sick of all the pain. My scars, they will remain. And now the end is near. How can I make it clear? It's time to make things right. Why can't we end this fight? Look at this. Look at down here how it's like tea stained. I'm getting fed up and I can't let go. We fell into something. It's honestly hard to see. 'Cause that's the path we know. We fell into this. I can't read it. Yeah. Forget about the past because nothing good will last. The things we send are the things we used to do when it was me and you. So sick of the pain, my scars will remain. It's clever, it's cheeky, I love the aesthetic. But God, if you're gonna do that, make it bigger. Make the print bigger. In any case, yeah, I did feel like it was an encouragement, an insistence that people of this alternative mindset not give up. But it does feel more overt. The idea of punks growing up, you do get to a point where you feel like, man, like all this stuff that being part of this. Cultural movement or being part of this society where these things are the norm and so on. Maybe, I don't know if that's, is that really like the way I see things, which I think leads people sometimes to a music style like punk rock. So then the psychological and philosophical process that plays out at because I've taken a different path, now I'm seen with hostility, now I'm seen as being part of, all that is not good. And therefore, it comes to a point where you have to, try to make decisions for yourself that are outside of the pre-programmed design. So I do appreciate the relation to I think a lot of people's journey into the world of punk, and I like how Desperation was not so much the narrator, but the forces that be, and the traditional forces that are desperate to and frustrated that someone could dare to, what, no thank you, that's not for me. It's like, what are you talking about? So I do enjoy that. So yeah, shout out to everything, small print notwithstanding. There's 5 tracks on the EP, so 4 more to go. Shout out to Paulie once again. I do appreciate all the stuff, and I do my best to get to everything. I do try to make sure there's at least a punk reaction coming, every other day or so, and sometimes more than that. So I appreciate the patience, but we will continue to go through everything. Let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.